Hello there, you guys. This is going to be a twin flame / soulmate guidance reading for a client. So I will not disclose her name. I will keep it completely private. So I like to share these readings publicly for those who are interested in their own personal reading, or maybe unable to purchase a reading at the time, but just maybe seeking some quick guidance, because personal readings can also resonate with others. I have experienced my own, my own clarity coming through from other personal readings that have been posted on YouTube. So it can happen. So I understand that some are not able to purchase their own reading, or maybe they just need that quick advice just to clarify something before they purchase a reading. That can happen too. Like, it might not even be necessary for you to get your own reading after something comes through. You know, Spirit has a way of reaching us in unique ways. So I trust that that's, what happens here. So that's why I share these personal readings. Unless the client states otherwise, I will totally honor that and not post the reading at all publicly. If you're interested in your own reading, I will definitely leave in my link in the description box below on how to purchase this reading. You don't have to have a specific person in mind. You could be very open to what Spirit has to say in regards to this situation. When I say twin flame soulmate, it's just a label. I'm not really into all of that twin flame stuff anymore, but I do believe that what everyone is seeking is a life partner, someone that they do have a soul connection with, and who they can share the rest of their life with in happy bliss. And that's very possible, because I'm a hopeless romantic. I love, but a healthy love, independent love where it's shared, not codependent on one another. So all right, anywho, enough of that. So I'm going to tune into the client's energy. I'm going to tune into your energy and see what Spirit has to say for you. My Divine Spirit, I ask for 11 cards. And if there is a specific person involved, give me some insight on that as well. 11 cards. I'm using the Golden Universal Tarot deck, by the way, for those of you who are interested in the cards that I'm going to use. These are the cards that I typically use in my Twin Flame Soulmate readings. I also use these cards for my monthly tarot readings for the zodiac signs, if you're familiar with that. This is the go-to deck for that. All right, and my clarifier deck. Okay, Divine Spirit, I ask that you clarify all 11 cards. All 11 cards, Divine Spirit, please clarify all 11 cards that lie here on the spread. Okay. I'm just gonna do it like this. These cards wanted to come out. Okay. So the cards that you can't see, of course, I'm going to pull them up towards the screen, the camera, so you can see them, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the bottom cards you have is the 7 of Pentacles with the Rider. All right, so this person, a person whom you may label as a twin flame or soulmate, okay? This person, I feel like the purpose that they serve in your life is definitely for you to look at things from a different perspective. Of course, with the Hangman, these perspectives are out of the ordinary for others or society, or maybe just out of your comfort zone, or things that you just overlooked, or practices that you never thought that you would, you know, embrace or take on. With the 27 of the letter card represents like love messages, a message from a lover, a love letter, something handwritten. Okay, could very well be that these are set intentions when it comes to love that maybe you've written down just to keep as a reference when it comes to love. Maybe this person will kind of bend the rules of that letter, or maybe not exactly match what, or the list that you've written, some sort of standards or qualifications that you have. Could be this whole twin flame thing, that you have a list of how things are supposed to be or how it's supposed to go in a so-called twin flame union or connection. So it could very well be that this person does not see things in that perspective, or will not show you things in that light. They're going to bend the rules a little bit. The Hangman, to me, yes, it represents a person that needs to change how they view things, or, you know, they may have a odd perspective, but it also represents a person that's, I feel like, is, even though he's trapped by the legs, I feel like he's completely liberal. He does put himself out on the line. He does sacrifice, you know, maybe his, you know, social connections, how people view him in society, for his own beliefs, even if no one else believes in them. So this person may be very liberal in that way. They're not used to traditions or fixed things, especially if it's written, it says that it has to be this. You know, they could be the type of person that doesn't believe in religion or the Bible or laws. You know, they may bend the rules a bit. So this person could be teaching you to shake things in a way that are structured. Sorry about that. I had to check on my cat. But I feel like the purpose that this person serves you is to also take on that aspect of them that does not follow society's traditions and structures, especially if you don't totally believe in them and they don't serve you in a way. You feel confined, you feel trapped. If this is not how this person is, I feel like they're teaching you to adopt this characteristic or this type of approach when it comes to love or relationships, or just period. Sorry about that. So what purpose do you serve in their life? You have the Ace of Pentacles with the bouquet. Sorry about that. I had an important phone call. So I believe we left off with where the purpose is that you're serving in this person's life. So you have the Ace of Pentacles with the Nine of the bouquet, which are both positive cards, and they're both about offerings and giving. So I definitely feel like the purpose that you serve in this person's life is, I feel like you show them what it is to give from a, it's like the value of giving. Both cards, in a love sense, the bouquet does represent the value and the gift of giving and receiving. So I feel like that's the whole message that you bring as, you know, as an individual or as an energy you bring. It's about divine offerings and giving. Could be coming from a pure, authentic place as well. Like I feel like you might show this person through, I feel like, selfless giving. Like you just give of yourself and you don't require anything in return, if that makes sense. You're very selfless and you're very giving. You give from a place like from your higher place. That's what I feel. You give of yourself And it comes from a pure, loving place. This could also be a friendly energy as well. You got the Queen of... This would be the Queen of Spades. So the Queen of Spades, it's definitely a feminine energy, I feel, but it comes from you, definitely. Definitely comes from you, this authentic love. And I feel like that's what you're teaching this person. You're teaching them the value of giving from a pure, authentic place without not really much in return. And maybe this person needs to learn this lesson for themselves for some reason, I feel. Like maybe they don't see the value in what they have to offer, what they can give. And you may be teaching them that through your giving. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to if this connection serves your highest good as a long-term partnership. And I have a no. Both are no cards for me. You got the Queen of Swords. Because you have the Queen of Swords and the Mice, which the Mice is a negative card for me. And anytime I pull court cards, those are no's for me when I'm doing a yes or no reading. So I would definitely say that it's not of your highest good. And I feel like you know that. And the biggest way for you, if you're confused about who's right for you and who isn't, if they cause you a lot of anxiety, not in an anxious way where you're excited and you want to see them or you're thinking about them. It's an anxiety of what are they doing? Are they going to stay? Are they going to go? Am I going to miss an opportunity with this person? And, you know, so on and so forth. They cause you stress and it's very toxic. So I feel like that's the biggest way that you'll know. But Spirit is saying that this is not a relationship of your highest good. And I even see that in some of the cards moving on. I can see that. So let's see what your intentions are. Okay, so your intentions with the connection in this person, you have the Three of Pentacles with the Whip. Okay, so it could very well be that you're trying to build past the toxic aspect of the connection. Like you do want something more grounded, something more stable. Could also be that you want something more passionate, more fiery. Could also represent sex, but this card can represent oppression of some sort. And it could also represent physical abuse. So I don't know if that aspect stands in this connection, but it's very well not healthy. This card is not a positive card to get, the Whip. So I feel like maybe you're trying to build past the negative aspects of the connection or with this person. You know, trying to build it to be something more stable where it is not. This person, however, whoever this person is, their intentions for the connection and with you is the Knight of Pentacles with the Two of the Clover, which are both, I would say, you know, if this was a person, I would say this person is very reliable, very trustworthy, very down to earth, very patient, very attentive. So this would be like an earth sign, male or female, typically a male, but this would be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn person. The clover represents unexpected luck. Could also represent unexpected change. Could also represent getting lucky in love or taking a chance on love. But I feel like there is a level of sincerity when it comes to what this person wants to offer you. It could be something, you know, this is usually when the Pentacles comes out, this person, he's, you know, he's the most reliable knight in the deck, but he's also the very slowest. So it's like if you're waiting on a guy to come around and ask you out, the Knight of Pentacles will have you waiting for a long time. Maybe might not ever express his admiration for you. He might keep it hidden for years. But I feel like this person, you know, there's something short-term about what they're offering. There's like long-term energy with the Pentacles, but short-term with the clover, because this luck, you know, it can change and it comes and it goes, kind of like a gambling type of energy. But it's a luck energy at the time, and you want to take it while it's there. Could be something that they're trying to offer you long term, and it's like, if you don't take it now, it won't be here later type of thing. It's pretty interesting. I want to look more into it because it's not really clear as to what that is. Divine Spirit, can you clarify the Knight of Pentacles? The Two of Wands. So it could very well be that this person's double-minded, which is why the energies conflict with each other. There's this stable, long-term ship, and there's this quick, fast, come and go, take it now type of energy. Both represent the earth, because this card represents the Six of Diamonds, which is an earth energy, and so is the Knight of Pentacles. He's an earth sign person. Could also represent finances. It could be, you know, this person's double-minded about what they want to give you, whether they want to give you something financially, whether it has something to do with a living arrangement or situation. Could very well be that, but they're not totally sure about what they want to give. It can change at any given moment, pretty much is what I'm saying. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. All right, so Spirit asks, are you ready for true love? And I have two yes cards. I have the Sun, which is a positive card, and I have the World card, which is a yes card for me. So I would definitely say that you are ready for true love. In a sense, I feel like you're ready to complete a cycle. I feel like you are aware that something needs to change in your love life, that there's positive changes coming about, or some sort of clarity has come to you about this cycle or this process that you are in right now. So I want to see if there's anything else that you need to do to prepare for true love to come in. You have the Ten of Cups and the Tower card, which is totally different from the Tarot's Tower. It's more about government and structure. Okay. But in order to prepare, I feel like you have some healing still to do within yourself. I feel like it comes with you being clear about what you want and desire when it comes to love, but also completing your healing and getting to a place of where you're content within yourself, where you feel happy and whole just by being you, like you can stand on your own. The Tower card is also, in a love reading, it could be about celibacy. It could be self-imposed isolation, could be a controlling relationship or an arranged marriage. But I feel like it could be celibacy. It could be that you need to keep yourself, you need to keep certain aspects of yourself closed off in the time being until that right person comes, because I feel like you could be subject to some sort of trickery here, because I'm looking at these two cards, or all three of these cards here, the bottom, and I'll get into those in a minute. But you could be subject to being deceived when it comes to love. And it's not in a matter of being naive or anything like that. I just feel like if you don't know what you really want or what you're truly looking for, you can just take whatever comes to you. And that's why you have to stand strong in yourself and know that you are complete and content and whole. And no one can make up for that. You know, whoever comes into your life is just an add-on. They're not an add-on or an accessory in a way that it's negative, but just in a way where you're both two whole individuals that decide to come together. There's no codependency. It's two independent people becoming, you know, dependent within the self, but are able to coexist together and still work together. It's not codependency where you need the other person to feel whole. So that's what Spirit really is, you know, trying to do here with this, with the Ten of Cups, is in order to share that life with that other half of yours, which isn't really another half. It's just, you know, that whole person that comes in kind of completes the puzzle, if that makes sense. So it's not that you're half, but you're whole. You know, puzzle pieces are whole within themselves, but when they come together, they create something much bigger. So I feel like that's what Spirit's telling you to wait for, okay? All right. So what exactly could be blocking you at the moment when it comes to true love? Well, you have the Magician and the Ring card. So the ring can represent engagements, proposals, commitments, long-term stability. The Magician card, I would say what exactly blocks you is your ability to manifest this commitment. Maybe you don't believe that you can actually have this lifelong partnership, whether it be actual marriage, commitment, or just a long-term connection with someone, a lifelong solid bond. You may not believe that you can manifest that. So you could be blocking yourself, but you have the ability to have it, I see, because you have good positive cards. When Spirit asks you if you're ready for true love, I feel like you are to an extent, but it's like you have to realize that you're capable of what you want, or that you're even worthy of what you're wanting when it comes to love. So that what's blocking you is your lack of belief in your, the lack, or your, not being aware of your power to manifest what you want. So if you decide to go with whomever this person is that you may be inquiring about, what will be more than the most likely outcome be of that? Well, you have the Three of Swords and the Fox. These are both not so good cards. The Three of Swords represents heartache or some sort of loss or memory of loss and heartbreak. Okay, it could also be a triggering of some sort, or some sort of shock in the heart, backstabbing, I would say, or someone that just totally, just shatters your dreams, I feel, in some way, or just a memory of being hurt. Could also be, for me, this could be verbal communication in a way that's very heart-wrenching, very painful. It could be verbal abuse, emotional abuse. You have the Fox card, which is a very deceitful person, someone you need to look out for. This is someone who's very cunning, always sneaking around. And I feel like you'll never really be happy here, because this person, I feel like, can cut you down with their words, okay? Or they can cause you a lot of suffering and a lot of worrying, a lot of pain, never really knowing what this person is up to, always feeling like you can't trust them. So definitely, I would say that going that route is not advised, unless that's what you're looking for. If you like some people like that drama, that pain, and all of that. If not, if you don't like that, you don't see it as healthy, it's not what you're looking for, then I wouldn't advise taking that route. If you decide to move away from this person, what would the most likely outcome be? You have Judgment with the Snake. So the Snake is a feminine energy, though. It's a Queen of Clubs energy. So it could very well be that you take your power back. It could represent rebirth and transformation, the Snake card. Seeing things for what they are, having those epiphanies, that clarity that you need, that wake-up call from spirit, or, a wise counsel, or someone that you trust, or someone whom you believe in their word, or some sort of synchronicity, or just sign or a dream, something that just catches your attention and it makes sense of everything, where you were once deceived. You finally gain that clarity. And I see here with the Four of Cups as the outcome of the situation with the Six of Clouds. What you're going to find here, I feel, is more clarity about this person in the coming future. However you decide, whatever you decide with your free will, whether you decide to continue with the connection with whoever the person is, or move away from this person, the outcome is still going to lead you to the Four of Cups and the Clouds. And the Four of Cups could be saying to you that, you're looking at what could have been, and you're not looking forward to the future of what's available to you, even yet and still after you've received the clarity that you seek. It could even be that you will still have a little bit of cloudy perception, not really seeing things for what they are. It could also be a sign of depression as well. You could be a little bit down on yourself, not seeing that it's for your highest good, that these three cups, were never filled. But Spirit has this cup here coming out of this cloud, trying to offer this person this other cup. So obviously whatever is being offered to you that you're not paying attention to or turning down is divinely gifted to you. Is something that's for your highest good, your highest benefit to take and receive. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you for this reading. So I hope that that resonates, because I really feel like you have a lot of luck on your side, especially because you have some pretty good cards that promises you that your love life is going to be successful. Just not with the person whom you might have thought it would be with, and it's, you know, it's a very unhealthy pattern. And I feel like it's time to move on and work on yourself, prepare yourself for what you want. You know, have a standard, you know, set your standards up higher, or maybe write a list or set intentions of what it is that you really seek and look for in a partner, what you're not willing to accept. Okay, so it's your list. It also gives you something to look at, you know, kind of like a checklist when you're having a job interview, when you go out and meet people, or you have people that are interested in you, or you're interested in someone. You got to have that checklist. And I don't really mean, like, sometimes people do have a checklist, like this person has to have a car, they have to have this much money, blah, blah, blah. Or it could be, I'm not into people that do not, you know, value my time, you know, people who are flaky, people who are manipulative, people who are not polite, you know, those types of those things, you know. Or I'll never stand for that again if a guy won't let me come to their house, you know, certain things. Like, it could have been certain things that you've experienced in the past that you don't want to experience again, that will be on this list. And I feel like it will help you to weigh out, you know, more than likely help you to weigh out the good from the bad, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm getting. I hope that this resonates and that it was helpful. And for anyone else who's watching, I also hope that this helped you and resonated. If not, if you're interested in your own personal reading, I will leave in the description box below the link to my website to purchase this very same reading. As always, you guys, I'm sending you much love, and until next time.